happy that the CBN is doing what they have to do to sanction so that we can get the monies we need to get to. That's why we brought in Larry Williams here, our business anchor correspondent. I want you to talk about that development as far as it's concerned. Also seeing that, I'm seeing from the headlines that investors lost about 1.1 trillion in their sell-off in about 41 stocks.
Yeah, so a lot is going on, in the banking space at this time. And, there's something I do now. When I go to, let's say, a public place where there's an ATM, I notice there's a lot of dust on it. And I just go there and I just write, operate me. That's what I do at this time. I'm going to record, one of that, because it is quite, annoying going to the ATMs and you cannot, get cash. We know what's happening also when you try to get, cash over the counter. So there is a cash issue at this time. It's quite interesting. Seeing the CBN now blowing, hot flames to some of these banks. We're still also seeing the banks also, owing the USSD debts to telcos. So the banks are at the eye of the storm, right now. And we're seeing, some of that play out, in the market. But let's get a check on what's playing out with oil, first. A dramatic drop last night for the oil market. And the Energy Information Administration, that's the official energy statistics agency for the U.S. government. They have given some projections what to expect for their short-term energy outlook. So they're saying oil prices will be under pressure over the next 2 years. They're looking at their crystal ball. That's what it's telling them. Analysts are seeing some kind of oversupply of oil to the market. Simple economics there. Too much supply and demand not matching, prices will come down. They're also predicting the price of Brent is expected to drop 8% in 2025. Knowing that Brent did not perform well, in 2024 was down about 2% for the year, but started the year quite strong, getting
I'm seeing $80.
Back above $80, touching $81. But that outlook from the EIA. That drop prices.
Are we in danger here? 75, because we're doing $75 per barrel on our estimation.
Exactly.
Although the budget has not been passed.
Definitely, that is not good. That projection is not good, for government revenue. That's, talking about Nigeria. But on the flip side, that should be good for PMS prices. Because normally, they say,
good for us, the consumers.
The consumers, they say if oil prices go down, PMS prices are expected
should go down.
Should go down, but that's not the case in Nigeria. We see stability, not a drop in the price of PMS when oil prices go down.
I think if in 2025 do stronger stability, not necessarily.
I don't mind stability.
Stability is a good start. Strengthening may be an overkill.
Right. So we'll take that.
Let's talk about
crypto. For digital currencies, over the weekend, a big plummet there for price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most of the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin retested $90,000 level, even dropped below that, 89,000. That was over the weekend to Monday. On the flip side, we see it's back up 1.49%. That's for Bitcoin. Ethereum also following suit there, 1.23% jump. So it was in a recovery at this time, but investors are watching out for what's going to happen in the U.S. It's inflation reporting season.
And inflation numbers are coming out today as well.
Even for Nigeria. And fun fact, we're not getting it from the MBS website. We're going to get it from another.
Oh, really?
Somehow, yes. We'll get that inflation data. But obviously not with the new rebasing that we've had recently. That will start in January. So now, after that, let's look at what played out with the NGX yesterday. The biggest major drop in 2025. 1.7%, 103,662 points for the all-share index, and the big.
That's so big, anyway.
Yes, it's a big drop. From a mild 8 basis points. The previous trading session, and let's see the market movers. The culprits there. We see Dangote Cement. Once Dangote Cement sneezes, the market will definitely feel it. 9.98% drop.
The margin of
10%.
gains and losses in the NGX is quite interesting when you look at other markets around the world, like the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ.
Yes.
Ours is at 10
Yeah, those 10.
10, 9.
Yeah.
Theirs is one marginal, small.
It's quite marginal, but sometimes you see some big moves.
Okay.
Yeah, also in those markets. And we also see MTN Nigeria. Yes, so after that announcement that the telcos will finally get that tariff, increase that they've been begging for the longest time now.
Prospective tariff, they call it.
Yes, so we saw MTN Nigeria reacted, gained about over 20%. Those trading sessions, but we saw a pullback yesterday, 3.72%. Makes sense, take some profit, off the table. That's for some.
So if you're talking to people that are trying to invest right now, right, NGX is still the place to go, right?
NGX is still fun, at this point. I've seen how strong, it started 2025. Then another one. This one's in the eye of the storm. At this point, FBN Holdings. In the past week, it's down about 9%, over 9%. And for obvious reasons, we've seen that battle, between the billionaires and billionairing. So 0.18% jump for yesterday. So the question now is the bottom in for FBN Holdings? Is it time to start looking at this stock? Definitely. We have some updates, this morning. We see that legal battle took a dramatic turn today with First Bank getting an order there from the court in Port Harcourt, the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, to arrest and detain crude oil cargo on board the floating production storage and offloading vessel in Tamara. So it remains to be seen at the end of trade today if that is bullish.
Yes, okay. The market has not actually opened, so we'll get to see how you.
So we'll find out.
All right, so Larry Williams, thank you so much for your analysis, as for bringing us up to speed as to what's going on in the market, and we're also looking out for the inflation numbers to know what happened in December. Right. Larry Williams is business anchor and correspondent. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll switch gears away from the monies to the arts. Join us again.